Jens.
John, speaking to Murray the other day, he said he feels totally different this year than he did last year.
Who?
Ryan Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Just what do you see different from the player? He seems to be below the dots more this year than he was last year. I don't know what else you may see. If you
I just see him, boy, this is really loud. I see him, one thing that stands out is he's always moving his legs right now. I think he's skating out of trouble. I think he's moving the puck more north than east-west. He just seems more confident. So he's been a good player for us.
And lineup change tonight with Boone going in?
Dalby's out.
Okay. A little bit about Boone, just about his getting ready to play. You're pretty confident that he's going to be able to jump in there and game speed?
He's a pretty good player. Yeah, he'll be fine. He's going to play. I'm not one to divvy up minutes and say, I got to give him this. He's playing.
John, back here, view from afar, but now that you've been here a while, it seems like you have the culture change you want. It seems like the personnel. Is it a bonus to also have the youngest team in the league?
You know, as you very well know, just following the teams, that's what this league's turned into, are just young kids. I like this part of it, the building and growing. I think another year of adding 2 or 3 kids into the lineup to how young we were last year is a really good thing, because then we could keep on growing, especially in our back end. Adding Carlson to us last year, which kind of surprised me how he stepped in at our back end, that's huge as far as developing. Yeah, so it's a fun team to be around. Coaches like to teach and like to see them grow. I think we're in a really good situation here where we're trying to find our way. We still have a lot of things to do, but we can all do it together. I think the foundation has gotten younger, and I think it'll stay together for a longer period of time.
So speaking of the younger guys, how do you feel like Lucas Sedlak has filled in on some of those open spaces in the penalty kill there?
Yeah, he's done. That's going to have to be a big part of his job. I think as a team, we talked about before the last game, faceoffs. He's going to have to help us with faceoffs. He's going to help us with the penalty killing. A guy that's willing to block shots. I can move him. I'm hoping that, because I think each year that he's been a pro, he's gotten better. I'm hoping that he can maybe give us third line minutes eventually. I'm hoping he can play wing. I've used him a little bit on wing early this year when we're protecting a lead. We have a face-off, and I need a second face-off guy. He can handle the wing. So he's a utility guy. And the way I like to coach, I think that's very important. So he's got a good role with the team. We missed him in the playoffs last year.
John, when you look at your power play in particular, you're not getting the statistics that you maybe would like to have right now, but power play working the way you want, or where does it need to grow?
No, it's we're not generating enough shots. Quite honestly, I think we ran our power play a lot through Wenberg last year. We have a guy on the other side in Panarin that's a pretty good half-wall guy. I think we've got to get Z to look to him a little bit more. He's so used to, and it's easier as a lefty walking across the blue line just to dump it back off to Wenny over there in the right wing boards. I think we've got to open it up more. I think we need Panarin to touch the puck more, not just to shoot the puck, but also make plays off of that wall. So I think that's one adjustment that I think is going to happen. I think they'll get that, but we need to have a shooting mindset. We don't have that. We're not even close to have a shooting mindset. We really like to see each other pass to one another. It looks great, but then it's still on the outside, and nothing's generated to the net. So to me, those are the two biggest things and we can cure it. We have good enough people. We can cure that, and then hopefully something goes in and they start feeling better about it.
And you're just touching on that point. A couple of the players were admitting that they were too cute with their passes. How do you fix cuteness in their game?
Just have them shoot the puck, and if they don't shoot the puck, we're trying to tell them to shoot the puck. If they don't shoot the puck, they're not going to be there to shoot the puck. I guess that's what you have to get to, is you just take them off it and until it really hits home. as I've always say, it's easy to bench a guy. It's easy to take a guy off a power play. You want to work with them, but if they get stubborn and they simply aren't listening, then they're not going to be there, and we'll give someone else a try.
John, with Boone having been here all through camp, do you have a better feel for his fitness level, where he is in terms of game shape?
No, you can't tell. You can't tell in practice. You can't tell in camp. Game conditioning's it's just a different situation. But I'm going to play him. I know Pete, I've already told him. I said, don't think I'm going to just wage in here and say, okay, we got to be careful with Boone tonight. Just give him a few minutes here and there. Worried about his condition. We're going to get him in shape by playing him. And so yeah, I think he's done a lot of work with Kenny, off on his own. A lot of conditioning. It's just a game situation. It's different. So we'll watch him, of course, but he's going to play. He's going to play on a power play. He's going to kill penalties. And he's going to skate a regular shift, and then we'll see where he's at.
I know earlier this week we talked about Dubois a little bit and his toughness and everything. When you look at him, do you look at a guy who you see as an NHL player right now, or as a guy who's more like a teen OHL guy who's trying to be an NHL guy?
No. He's had a good camp. He's got NHL skills. As I said when we talked about him earlier in camp, he has played in some big tournaments. He's been around a lot of good players. He came in much better equipped mentally this year to this camp. He doesn't have the numbers, but this is a young kid. Sonny's a young kid. A number of them. Oliver Bjorkstrand still trying to find his way. These guys in National Hockey League is just going through the process. And everybody goes through it at different times. You may have some good nights, you may have some ugly nights, but we got to work them through the process. That's part of our job as coaches.
Some people think the numbers, face-off percentage is overrated as a stat. You guys are last in the league. Does that bother you? Does it surprise you?
Well, you want to be better. Of course, the face-offs are an important part of the game. I think you got to be really careful that it doesn't control your thinking about what your team is. One, as I said yesterday, I think it was yesterday, it bugs me with our power play. I mean, the rules have been changed to give that power play an advantage because there's immediate face-off down in the offensive zone. That bugs me when you don't win one. We didn't win one the other night. That bothers me. That we're 43%. I'm not sure what we are 5-on-5. I think we're 43% on the power play. That's not good enough. That's a tremendous advantage, is to gain control of the puck. The way teams are coached and forecheck with their penalty kill, it's difficult to gain control of a zone. You have a freebie in there if you just win a face-off. And it's not just the centers. It's people jumping in and helping out, yeah. And I think that's how we have, as part of one of the points in tonight's meeting was trying to get everybody involved, because there's an adjustment period for the centers they're going through and how they're being watched. We need other people involved in the ties and trying to win those. Thank you.